me right now, so if you can't hear me, damn. But I wanted to try something with my booster board before I actually give you more in depth. I've never power slid, I've never slid, and I know that's more of a longboarding thing, but in skateboarding you can also do slides. So I wanted to try, and I've never really knew what it looked like, to be honest. So we're gonna try real quick and you can see me fail. This isn't really going well. I think I need a little more speed. Let's hope I don't fall. I didn't bring a helmet. Make sure you always have a helmet. Alright, so honestly it's not that easy. I should have looked at like tutorials or something, but that's how I got it. Oh shit. I think I just did a kickflip. But let's get into the shade real quick. So one thing about boosted board Mini X is it's heavy, and it's easy, like carrying it around is pretty easy. It doesn't really matter, but the most difficult part is if you bought this for tricks, good luck. It's possible. Like there's this guy who did a double kickflip, and a bunch of people started doing kickflips, but the thing is around 17 pounds, so actually doing tricks is kind of hard. Like when I was sliding, I know I was doing it wrong too, but when I started actually getting it down, it was hard because it's heavy. And I have my board modified. I'll tell you about that later when I get back, but for now I need to change up a little before I tell you about the specs, so gotta change. Yeah, so I just got a haircut. I gotta style it still, but it's pretty decent. That's what I was talking about. But I will actually do a little more riding, and today I don't know how much I ran. I should have kept track. That's where my battery's at right now. This is the extended range one, so it lasts longer, and the Mini X is faster than Mini S. I was telling you guys about upgrades. I will actually talk about them right now. Let me just switch cameras from my GoPro to my actual camera. Alright, that's much better. So the upgrades I have on my Mini X, they're not necessary. You do not need them. Well, one of them you do, and I'll talk about that. But one thing you have to know that most reviewers don't tell you, because they only go on the ride for a couple days. You don't really see 30-day reviews or like a year review, and this is practically a year. It might have been longer, I'm not too sure. But here are my upgrades I actually have on my board. If we look at it, it looks a little different. First of all, people would say that it looks like a Mini S, and that's because of these orange wheels, which, I mean, they were orange. I'm trying to dye them black, and I didn't have enough time, so they're kind of grayish. But this is the Orangatang. These are one of the best wheels to upgrade. I believe they are 85 millimeters. The regular one is 80 millimeters. And for people who don't know what that means, it means that these are actually bigger than the other ones. So they can go over rocks easier, or like pebbles. They can go over train tracks extensions. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, these can't go over train tracks. You can't really tell, but my bearings on this board are actually ACER racing bearings. These bearings are super good because they're much smoother, makes your board run better. There's no really increase of speed, but you can actually save some transportation distance, so distance you're riding it, because it's smoother. You don't have to continue to hold the throttle because they'll coast easier. These the wheels were $68 for the pair of 4, and then the ACER I believe were like $68 for the pair of 4, and they also came with replacement pulling berries, which I did install as well. So those are my upgrades, not too many, and I guess Shredlights, but that doesn't really count, does it? And Shredlights, to be honest, I don't know if they're the best. They aren't going to make your visibility like crazy, but what they do is warn other drivers. So that's why I like the rear ones, and they have actually changed it so when you use the kicktail for the Mini X, you don't break them, which is good. And they also have a new one coming out, which I really want, to be honest, but I already have these. Another upgrade I actually have, well, it's not really an upgrade. This is where servicing comes into place. So you definitely have to service, and these belts are what you have to do. You have to change them whenever they break. They can break anytime. So I've had some break at like 20 miles, but I've had some that lasted like 400, and I ride very intense, so that's one reason why it's like that. So you have to know that. A lot of people don't tell you about that, but you have to know that you have to change these out, and they cost $25 for two, which a pair, which you can get on Boosted site. Or what I do is you could buy in bulk, which I'm starting to do, or just buy on Amazon, and these were about $10 or $15 for 4, so 2 packs, and they're pretty good. But one thing I would say is if you buy in bulk, you can get a lot more. So 50 belts for about $370, and that'll last you a while. Let me just tell you. So these belts can break whenever. You have to know that, and later in this video I'll tell you each breakdown of what is important and what you need to know about boosted boards in general. This isn't all specific to my Mini X, by the way. This goes for all the boosted boards besides the Rev, because that's a scooter. So I wanted to tell you guys about what you need to know about the boosted board, and I'm going to tell you this real quick because I don't want this video to be too long. But on my left is the things you have to do, on my right are optional, which I suggest you do after you get to know your boosted board. So I'll start off with these things. So first, you might want to upgrade your wheels. So after a while you're going to get tired of being slow, and upgrading your wheels is the best way to increase speed, although acceleration is decreased. But the wheels I have, the 85mm wheels, are actually great because they don't decrease acceleration that much, and they add about 2 or 1 miles per hour extra. So that's an awesome advantage. And another one would be getting new bearings. So you have to get new bearings once in a while, and that's why it's under both of these categories. But if you want to be a little more cautious and not have to change every single time, the ACER ones are amazing, and they make it easier to coast, which is why I recommend them. Shredlights is another thing that you can add, or just any type of lighting. So when you ride at night, people can see you, and it's also really good to have. But the things you need to know are the belts. You have to replace the belts once in a while, depends on how you ride, so you always want an extra pair in your bag. And a lot of people / reviewers do not tell you about belts, they just ignore it. But yes, you're gonna have to change it. So it's a constant cost, and it's not too expensive like I explained. So I'll have links in the description of belts I've used and I recommend, also belts that I do not recommend. So check those out. If you want to get the ones I don't recommend, that's up to you, but I think they break really easy. Also, bearings, like I said, are of course down there, but you must know that you should always have tools with you, because if your belts break, you have to replace them. So if you have tools, it'll be nice to have. You can fix it. If you're stranded, you can fix it and you'll be on your way. Extra battery charger is an additional thing you might want to have, or an extra battery, and I have tested the standard range battery on the Mini X. Booster said it's not like good for it, and that's because there's a small gap that happened. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe, keep your notifications on, and let me know what you want to see. I'll continue to watch your comments, read your comments, and I'll try to upload these. So thanks again, and if you liked the video, thumbs up. See you guys.